There's a sign for Calico Ghost Town up on the hill. We're almost close. We're very close now. Calico Ghost Town is just around the corner a little bit. Ghost Town Road and Calico Road, right in front of the entrance to Calico Ghost Town. And back there's the old desert. As you can see, trying to get in is not going to be fun. There's literally a line of cars out front trying to get in. Today is also December 30th, the day before New Year's, so I did not think there'd be this many people out here, but apparently there are. Here's a sign for Calico Ghost Town, the old prospector. Calico Ghost Town. As you can see, they have a whole bunch of metal stuff along here. Oh, they even have this old railroad, like, track thing. There's a Calico Ghost Town sign, as you can see, as we get closer. Up on the mountain there. Calico. This should be fun. If this traffic moves, at least it should be fun. Calico Ghost Town tanker wagon from the look of it. Pretty cool. Welcome everyone. Larry from My Life Adventures, and today we're here in Calico Ghost Town in Vermo, California. Not too far from Barstow, a few miles past Barstow. So we're going to be exploring this old western town, and should be very fun. See the old town that was rebuilt by Walter Knott in the 1950s. So a lot of history in this town. Was a real mining town back in the 1880s, founded in 1884. And this will be a fun town. Got pretty scenery back here, as you can see. Natural rock formation with the hills. And some cool scenery around here in the desert. So this will be a fun video. Why don't we go explore Calico Ghost Town and see what history they have. See some of the old buildings. Here's our view looking off into the Mojave Desert. As you can see, it's such a beautiful view. I believe in this old creek here, the old timers and the miners used to live in this creek. They camp out in the creek down here and live, and go work in the town in the mines. A lot of cool rock formation all out here. And it just keeps going up into the mountains. Up there is Calico, the name. And here's the town. Let's head into the town. Look at this adobe kind of stucco building. It's like they stucco it with mud almost. This is very interesting. Let's take a look. It looks like mud. I think they must have built it maybe out of adobe and put mud over it. Very interesting architecture in this building. Here's some of the things they have, and here's some of the attractions they have in Calico Ghost Town. But real quick, while I'm seeing it here, look at this train back here. It's not a real train. It's more like one of those like mini trains built for amusement parks, but still, they have a little train here in Calico, which is very funny. I don't think it moves too fast from the look of it. I think it's kind of a slower paced train. But they even have their creek bed up here. The Calico, one of the creek beds. They have a few little creeks and stuff around here. Here's a sign, Calico Ghost Town, 1881, largest silver mining camp in California. Well, Cerro Gordo, though, is a silver mining town as well. It was in the 1860s, so I don't know, the difference. I mean, this might have been a camp. Well, I don't know. I'll have to research a little bit. If you guys know, let me know. There's a visitor center. As we pan around here, as you can see, got a whole bunch of buildings. Another cool adobe building. Look at the top. Looks like it's missing the second story up here. Got a window just sitting up there by itself. This is Leatherworks, apparently. Yeah, let's continue walking around town. Yeah, look at the Leatherworks. Very cool building. Now, a lot of the ghost town burned down, I believe, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, so a lot of the buildings we see here are actually rebuilt. Walter Knott bought the ghost town in the 1950s and restored it greatly by rebuilding a lot of the buildings here, as you can see, that are built on the original foundations of the former ghost town buildings, which is very cool. So it's all reconstructed mostly, and yeah, it was donated to the San Bernardino County sometime after that, and now it's a county park, as you can see. It's Calico Woodworks over there. So look down here, they have these old steps down here made out of stone. These are probably newer. I don't think they're definitely not original. But look at this. In a way, this reminds me a little bit of tailing piles in the way, just from what I've seen. Like, see how all the rocks get piled up and they all go over here? I don't know if it is tailing piles, but it looks like it very well could be, because this was a silver mining town, for quite a bit of years, number of years. Up there we have the Calico sign. Up there on the mountain. And the railroad over there. The train we saw earlier when we came here. Yeah, very cool. Was this a doghouse at one point in time? Maybe it was. Old fire hose wagon here. Probably used for the old fire department back in the day at one point. And this tree apparently has grown around it, unless the tree was here first. I don't know. Calico Ghost Town House Restaurant Fried Chicken Dinner. I wonder if it's related to Knott's Chicken Dinner in a way, since the Knotts owned the town back in the 50s. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So this appears to be a restaurant here. Just gonna walk around here. Calico House Restaurant. So yeah, it appears to be a restaurant. And the building looks like it could be original. It's very old architecture, you can tell. The wood. And they have the fire station next to it. We're gonna go take a look at that. But look at this. They have old machinery up front here. It's like some sort of hose with like a generator pump up front, an old engine. And an old tractor engine from the look of it. I wonder if you could get that started back up. I'm sure it could. That's pretty cool. They even have some Christmas lights here on this tree for the holiday season, which is kind of over now. So yeah, here's the restaurant we walked through earlier. Here's the inside of it, as you can see. Yeah, fun little restaurant. Got an old piano over there. Yeah, very fun. Got poker cards in the ceiling. Maybe at some point I'll have to come back and eat here. Very fun. Some old photos of the town here in the restaurant. There's a fire hall. Here's some other old photos here. Very cool. So here's kind of a good spot here to pan around. You can get a good view of the town here. There's Town Hall, Lane's General Merchandise, and the Fire Hall. Let's take a look in the Fire Hall here. So this is the fire station. It looks a lot like the fire station in Bodie. If you've ever seen the one in Bodie Ghost Town, it looks a lot like that one. Except the Bodie one's a little bigger, I think. But they do have an old fire wagon here, as you can see. Got the hose on there, the looks like steam pump for the generator. It's, yeah, very interesting. Oh yeah, here's the 1888 Ahern steam fire engine number 543. So it looks like it was manufactured in 1888 in Cincinnati, Ohio by the Ahern's manufacturing company that built about 700 steam fire engines from 1868 to 1892. It was capable of pumping up to 600 gallons of water per minute, which is really good. Looks like the engine was first purchased by the Los Angeles Fire Department and used in Los Angeles from 1889 to 1918. That's pretty cool. So it has quite the history. Originally built in Cincinnati, Ohio, eventually in Los Angeles, and now Calico Ghost Town. It's a well-traveled engine, that's for sure. Or wagon, I should say. Fire wagon. I didn't know the fire station had A1 steak sauce. Cool. You can kind of tell here, too, what's original in the firehouse and what's been rebuilt. Like, the beams here look like they've all been redone, but I think the roof could be original from the look of the wood. The roof definitely looks a lot older than the beams. Kind of a cool little photo op here for like taking like nature photos or ghost town photos, I suppose. The cactus with like an old lantern in the box there. You have Lucy Bell Lane, who is one of the longest residents here in Calico Ghost Town, 1874 to 1967. She lived at Calico for nearly 67 years. Wow, that's so cool. So it looks like this house here is the Lane House and Museum where Lucy Lane lived here in Calico Ghost Town. Okay, so the plaque was right next door, then the house is right here. Original site of Lucy Lane's home, 1885 to 1967, restored in 1979 in her honor. And check it out, in the plaster here, they have a little horseshoe, unless it's a burrow shoe. It's either one of those, but that's so cool that they put it in the plaster.
Looks like a burrow shoe.
It does, yeah. It looks smaller than a horseshoe.
Smaller than a horseshoe.
Can't look inside. We're going to go inside, but you can kind of get a quick peek in there real quick. But yeah, let's head inside. Ooh, so as we head in here, here's a picture of the Lucy King home in circa 1895. I wonder if that's Lucy up there. Looks like we have an old table in here. Now, I don't know if any of this is original. I'm assuming a lot of it's probably not original, because I think they rebuilt the house. General store interior. Got some old signs here. Borax dry soap. Peachy double cut tobacco. Lion's Pure Coffee. Looks like an old coffee standard store. Lane General Merchandise. I wonder if this was a general store at one point. This might have been a general store. Got some of the old stuff in there in the cabinet. But look, they have like an old dresser here.
Lucy Lane's house.
Yeah, Lucy, that's what I thought. Lucy Lane's house. Table, couch. Lucy Lane's house. What's over here? Let's go check this out. So my guess is this is one of the bedrooms here. In the Lucy Lane house, you have, looks like a wardrobe here. Like some sort of filing cabinet? Yeah, I think that's a filing cabinet, like a wood filing cabinet. You have a tree? Christmas tree? Try it out. Try your hands at household tasks and entertainments, just like the people did in the 1880s here in Calico. They have an old photograph here of Calico. There's cars there, so I'm assuming that's probably in the 1940s or 50s. A basket here of Lucy Lane. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of chair thing? Maybe used for, I don't know. Got a box over there. An old chest. Ironing stuff, looks like. Oh, it's like laundry stuff. Like a washboard, drying. Yeah, washboard. Irons. And life in Calico didn't mean that families had to give up simple livings. They have a hair curler, rug beater, and kerosene lamp. All of modern amenities back in the 1880s. Okay, so as we walk in here, we have looks like an old stove, I would think this is. I don't know. It looks like one of those 1940s radios, but I think it's a stove.
No, I think it's like a heater.
Maybe a heater of some sort, yeah.
There's a stove behind you.
Here you go, so here's a stove. Yeah, so we have a cooking stove here for the kitchen. You throw the wood down there, let it on fire, and you can cook your food. This must be the kitchen, because there's some cooking stuff in here.
I can tell you it would have been a little chilly in here.
It would have been, because it's in the 50s today here in Calico Ghost Town, and it's definitely would have been, it's definitely a little chilly today. So you can imagine what probably was. Oh yeah, look in here, we have like a chest, some old clothing in there. Yeah, these are definitely smaller rooms, and I don't think they're very well insulated, so must have been interesting. Comforts of the home. An old bathroom in here. I was surprised to see this. So there's a bathtub in here, no showers back then. A toilet, a sink back there, and a chair. Pretty simple. An overview of the town of Calico, 1951, as Walter Knott began his reconstruction project. So that's back when he's rebuilding all the buildings. There's some cool stuff here. Yeah, we're gonna go check out some other buildings too here, but just thought we'd stop by the museum first before we check out the rest of the town here. Such a cool museum, everyone. They have some cool artifacts in here and pictures of the town, but you know what? We got the general store to check out and some other buildings. Let's keep going. Here's Lane's General Merchandise in one of the buildings here. And we have an old wagon here. Is this a Christmas wagon or is this just here for display? I'm not sure. I think it's just here for display. I don't think it has to do with any holidays, but yeah, there you go. As you can see, this all have Christmas decorations up. They have a Santa Claus here, a tree, and a few presents. So fun that they're still in the festive season with the festivities. Now we're inside the general store here in Calico Ghost Town. Got some fun little souvenirs and stuff you can get in here. Got some clothes hanging up there, some fans. You got some signs, the Route 66 sign over there. Candies. Just some fun little stuff you can get here, some fun gifts, souvenirs. You can get old miner's cup, you can get a flask if you like that. You can also get some lanterns too. Some old bottles. You can even get a little log cabin set and build a log cabin. Gold mine, nugget bubble gum. There's some candies here. Looks like some old-fashioned candies. This is actually a lot of candy. I'm surprised there's so much candy.
It's an impressive candy collection.
I know. They have t-shirts here. They have cowboy hats because it's an old West town. Even an old cash register, it looks like. Bubblegum cigarettes. That's always a classic. Route 66 signs, 100 years. We have old-time soda down there. And beef jerky. Some fun Calico Ghost Town souvenirs, including a moose.
Look at that jackass right there.
We saw one of those in Oatman a few weeks ago.
Why, Larry?
Yeah, just some fun little souvenirs. You can get postcards, hats, little things with water in them. I think that have glitter that move. Yeah, kind of fun.
Patch.
Even a patch.
Calico Ghost Town patch.
Like every good souvenir shop, they have t-shirts and sweatshirts. Even a sparkly hat here. And some other Calico Ghost Town hats. And some bags over here too. They have a lot of old-timey outfits here. You can get an old vest. Some old vests here.
Even a dress for the ladies.
Even a dress, some walking sticks. Look, they got shirts here, pants. They've got hats.
And some weird outfits.
I have an old-timey photo studio over here. You can get some old pictures of that. Some fun pics to send to Grandma. Even in this tree here, they have a wagon growing through the... Or a tree growing through the wagon, I should say. Yeah. With some elves in it, too. Bucket brigade for fire only. Do not put rocks or trash in here. So apparently you can fill this up with water if there's a fire. And got fire buckets here. You can put the fire out if there was. Here's a statue of Walter Knott. As you can see here. Dedicated to the Walter Knott family. Since Walter Knott owned Calico Ghost Town for a while. And buried on the site on December 13th, 1981 as a time capsule to be open in the year 2031, the 150th birthday of Calico Ghost Town. That's pretty cool. So in another 6 years, this will be opened.
We should come back for that.
I know that'd be a cool event. Come back in 6 years when it's opened. But there he is, Walter Knott. Here we got an old-timey wagon here and another. I don't know what this is. Fire, something to do with ore, it looks like. I'm not sure where the saloon went, but I'll tell you, if you walk through the saloon, what would be doors, we're met with this really pretty view, actually. This is a really nice view over here. The mountains over there in the distance. And look left. The old canyon where all the old timers used to live down there. And over there is Barstow way over there. And the rest of the Mojave Desert. This is either an old mine shaft right there, or someone carved out a home in the cave there back in the 1800s. There's a few, actually there's another one over there too. I don't know. Like right about there.
Those are mine shafts.
Look here, here's an old tram over here. And this old, looks like railroad way. Now it does come up here. So I think at one point, maybe back in the 60s or 70s, there was a tram that bring people up from what was at one point the parking lot down here, which it looks like they tore out the concrete. Because in videos I've seen from like 5 years back, it was all concrete over here. So they must have torn up the old parking lot. Over here, such an amazing view, everyone. Look at all this here, such an amazing view. Turn around behind me. Such a pretty view. I love the desert, it's so pretty out here. Yeah, look at the old building here. It's like a door. Looks like an old door. There might have been a porch here, stairs at one point. The old wagon. With the old horseshoe. 1881, Calico lives again. Look how cool this is. So here's the classic sign that's been here since the 60s, probably even 50s, I believe. It's been here for a long time. That's so fun. Right here, the Calico sign. That's so cool, guys. We've seen this on YouTube and in many pictures, the historic Calico sign. Now, we're gonna go inside Town Hall. So as we walk inside Town Hall here, oh, it's open. It's very hollow in here. It looks like a museum. Most likely. So, what's here? These... might be people who work at the town or have helped out over time, even a cat. Some historical, looks like pictures, some stuff about the animals in the area. Got more pictures of a bunch of people around here. Old piano here, some stockings on it. I mean, from the look of it, it looks like the town hall is mainly just like a place just to show off like history of the people who might have helped out in the town. I don't know. Back outside.
Here's kind of the town message board.
Oh yeah.
Burros for sale.
Look at this. Tarrant, one miner's cabin. A bit drafty, needs some fixin'. Way out of town, $10 a month.
$10 a month?
That's a good day for rent. For sale, buggy. We'll take $25 for quick sale, just painted. Barrows for sale. Look at this. Claim for sale. Can't make no money minding my own business. Wanted. Good pick and shovel man. Top pay is $3 per 12-hour day shifts. Wow. And that was a lot back then, in the 1880s. So here's a rebuilt candle shop. Now, I believe back in the early 2000s, the original candle shop started a fire that burned down a few buildings here. and looks like they rebuilt it now. So this is the second candle shop with baskets and woven goods. Here's Dr. Aria Drugstore. If you know what the real word means, and you get the joke here, that's pretty funny. Yeah, and it makes sense because if you had diarrhea, you'd probably go to the drugstore and get medicine for it. Especially if you drank something that might have had cholera or who knows what in it, some of the water back then, or food. Calico Rock and Gift Shop, Geology. Here's a Calico Fossils and Mineral Store with a Calico Mining Co. wagon out front. That's so cool. This is fun, some old mining wagons from the old mines. Mine carts are called. I don't know why I'm calling them mining wagons.
Oh, mine carts.
They even got a little house here. Looks like it might have been a petting zoo or something at one point. It has some animals in it.
It's a petting zoo.
I think it's, yeah, it might be.
That's some fresh straw.
But look where we're going to. The bottle house. So here is a Calico bottle house built out of real bottles. So there was never a real bottle house in Calico back in its heyday of the 1800s. This was added, later at some point. I think it was added during the Knott era in the 1950s, but you can see old photographs of people in the 50s and 60s looking into the bottle house. If you walk up here, it is indeed real bottles. Yeah, look at that. There's a bottle that's been broken. You can look in there. These are all real bottles stacked with mortar, mud, and built to be an actual structure. And it still stands today. It's closed. There must be a shop in here at some point. You can look inside and see a shop. Is that a skeleton hand I see? Skeletor, are you in there? Ah, that sneaky Skeletor is probably in there. Hiding out from us. Oh, look at the store. The other side looks like it's in the name of the store. Just make sure I don't trip here. There's a lot of rocks here. Let's get back to the photo angle. I think it was here. That's where one of the photos was taken. The old photos. There's the left dad there.
Hello.
There it is. Calico written in bottles. There it is. I'm from the famous bottle house. There's one in Knott's Berry Farm, which is, I think, copied after this one here at Calico. And this was built probably back in the 50s during the Walter Knott era. Right here. I'm here at the bottle house. Here's a Maggie Mine Co., as you can see. Now we can go inside there and check out a real mine shaft. Not sure if to pay to get in or not, or if it's open, but we're gonna go find out. Because this might be kind of fun.
Early mine display at the Maggie Mine.
We want to see that. Let's take a look. The old guitar player. Howdy, sir. A lot of good ore, I see. Let's see what we got here. Any gold in there? Is it any silver? An ore grinder here. You throw your rocks and ore in there.
Could be a finger grinder. Ah!
And I'm sure that has happened. Modern miners, so some more mining equipment, more modernized. Some silver stocks for stock company mining, as you can see. Calico mine train. Here's one of the original characters here, like old West cowboy figures. Look here, it's an old prospector and his donkey, or mule. One of the two. Gonna go look for some gold up in the mountains. And there goes the train. And now we chose not to do the train right now because unfortunately the town closes in an hour and I really want to go walk around and see some of the buildings. Maybe another day we'll come back and do the trains. I like trains, so maybe another day we'll do that. Here's the wagon. One of the cool wagons. They got metal around the wheels. This must have been pretty tough having to cross the desert. And we have this steep trail we're going down here. A lot of rocks on it. Look at this. So here's like an old rock structure building here of some sorts. This is pretty cool. This looks like it could be original. Go inside here. So we're inside some old building of some sorts, or a house. I don't know what it was, but yeah.
Somebody's old home, huh?
Yeah, it looks like someone's old home. It's all dirt now, but it looks like it was rock and maybe adobe at one point in time. There's pieces of wood in there too. I don't know. That's pretty cool. Someone's old store or house. We have some old glass here. And even some old broken pottery here. So this could have very well been some old house at one point, which I believe it probably was. Even a wall going around it too. It looks like another old house over there. Here is, looks like Yung Chen's little house or cabin here. You can see his name's on the sign there.
Oh, it's a hotel.
Oh, it's a hotel?
Young Hen Hotel.
Oh, Young Hen Hotel.
You can
okay.
get a bath.
You can even try out the bath here at the hotel, as you can see. Back scrub for $5 and full service for 10. No, cents. Sorry, 5 cents and 10 cents. Okay, sorry about that. I read that wrong. Let's take a look inside the hotel here. Old rock structure. Roof looks like it caved in at one point. Anyone in there? Oh, there is stuff in there. There's like an old bed in there. Table. There's some artifacts in there too. That's so cool. I think someone ate too much hot sauce here. Gassy tunnel. Keep out. Is anything in there? I don't know. You guys have to tell me. It's hard to tell. Looks like it's just flat. I don't think there's anything in there. Another old house here, a building of some sort. Looks like it was here at one point. So I think we're back. Oh, there's the mercantile. Okay, I know where we are. We're back at the mercantile here. Yeah, we want to get to the schoolhouse. That's one of the most popular sites here, I think. I want to see that while we're here. And see some other buildings and stores. That's why I opted out of the train trip this time, just so we can still see stuff when it's still daylight, but, you know.
We got about 45 minutes of daylight, maybe.
Yeah, that's why I want to keep walking around and see stuff, because every minute counts when it's kind of close to daylight. This is cool, the old mine cart. The old mine. Go gold panning back here for an extra cost. You have to pay extra to gold pan, but that's pretty cool. Wonder how much gold there is, especially considering the price of gold today is almost $4,000, which is really high. Maybe one day we'll go gold panning here. The blacksmith shop. Let's see what's in here. So in here is where you could make like horseshoes and anything metal for the blacksmith shop. From the look of it, they still might actually do stuff here. Because they have like a fire extinguisher with some water. So I wonder if they still have blacksmith crafts in here. Oh, that's pretty cool. And yeah, we are heading up to the top of town here. Got an old wagon here. Wagon's actually in pretty good shape here. I'm surprised. It's like a turquoise wagon. That looks like it's pretty good. Pretty new still. And coffee and tea and pottery shop. And just like at Oatman, they have that little coffin you can stand in for a fun pick. No way, old prospector. I decided in Oatman a few weeks ago. Good to see you here again. Well, Larry Life, I've been traveling through the desert from Oatman, Arizona to here, Calico Ghost Town. It's good to see you again. Here's old prospector. Good to see you again too. Glad you're back. This cool picture here, you got the top of the old building with the Calico lamppost. Here's one of the restaurants in Calico, and I remember the first time I came here, we ate somewhere over there on that porch over there, and I remember looking over and into the canyon there. That was very far down. I totally remember this though. That's so cool. So cool it's still here. Fun pick. Okay, so now we're going to cross the bridge to the schoolhouse. Got like a thing below us, a little river. A dried river. Probably when it rains it's a river. I guarantee you there's gold down there. If you went and look, you could probably find some sort of gold. Yeah, look over here. Oh, that'd be fun to explore. I guarantee you there's some cool treasures down there. Up there is Calico, the sign Calico, top of the mountain there. And here it is. The Calico Schoolhouse. Where you can go get your book learning and learn the ABCs. Now walking up to the old schoolhouse, let's go check it out. Oh, here you go, you can look inside here. I don't know if you guys can see too well in there, there you go. Got a chalkboard in there. Oh. They got a Christmas tree, they got a wood belly stove, pot belly stove, to keep you warm in the winter. Got some old school desks here, and it's a very old-fashioned school. They got pictures up there of George Washington, and it looks like Abraham Lincoln over there. Oh, that's so cool, an American flag. Yeah, that's so cool they have the old schoolhouse here. Calico Schoolhouse. Calico original schoolhouse was built in 1885 at this location above the town. We're using this here as a replica built in 1955. And old photographs are used to match it as closely as possible. You got Calico's first school operated out as a boarding house until this new school was built. Overall, the Calico School District ran from the fall term of 1882 until 1899, when Calico experienced a decline as a mining boom town. There were only 4 students enrolled at this time. Wow, only 4 students at school. There'd be as many as 30 students, and the teacher's salaries per month ranged from $70 to $110, which back then was a lot. In comparison to the average silver miner's wage was $3 a day. Most of the children who attended were sons and daughters of the merchants in Calico, since many of miners did not have families. Ah, pretty interesting about it. Here's an old picture of the original schoolhouse in 1885. There it is. Calico Schoolhouse. The replica built in 1955. That's so cool. Such a pretty view, especially the sun about to set soon over the Mojave Desert. Alright, so looks like we can go hiking up here. Take a good viewpoint on top of that mountain up there. Why don't we walk on up? Oh, yeah, there's some cool facts about the hyena house. Looks like here in Calico Ghost Town. Due to the natural and rustic features of Calico, be careful of uneven ground conditions. Watch your step. And they're not kidding by that. Yeah, let's check this out. That's a great viewpoint off of here. Let's check this out. I wonder if someone lived in there at one point in that cave right there. Well, actually, it makes sense because right here is like a little house built in the mountain here. We're gonna head up there now and take a look. I'm gonna climb up this little hill here. Yeah, check it out. This is a house. Or was at one point a house. Got some old tables in there, old stove. That's so cool. It's built onto the side of this hill here. I mean, look, this is pretty basic. All you could really need is just stack some rocks up, build a little wood structure, and that's your house. Here's how you exit the Maggie mine if you decide to go on that mine tour in the tunnel. That's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe one day we'll come back and do that tour. Look at this red dirt here. This red dirt is very rich in minerals. No wonder the old timers found this as a good mining spot and discovered silver. You can see across the whole town here. Look at this view here. Wow. This is such a good view. Looking all the way to the Mojave Desert. There somewhere is Barstow, I think, over there. Then you can see the sunset in the west. Such a good view. Here's most of the town down here. A little part of the top part of the town up here. Into the mountain. Here we are. Get the awesome view behind us, as you can see. On a good sunset. It's about 4:15, 4:20 right now, as we're up here on top of the town. So here we have a tailing pile from the old mines, so you can tell where they took all the material out of the mine and just dumped it here. But look at the red coloring, the orange and red coloring of all these rocks around here. It's so pretty.
Very mineral rich.
It is really rich with minerals. Let's go over here. Let's take a look. The old staircases here, as you can see, where there probably was a path at one point. A little rock wall here. Here's a good overlook. Got some old caves. There's some old, it looks like houses there where miners lived. But look at this view though, just over the desert. So cool. Yeah, well, it's such a pretty view up here. Everyone, the view is right here. The train down there in the background. All the mountains, Barstow over there. I turn this way here. We got the desert going over to Daggett, Newberry Springs, and eventually hit Needles, Colorado River, and Arizona. Just shows how vast and mighty the Mojave Desert is. It's so cool. All the stuff down here, old metal pieces. I'm sure you could find some treasures down there if you really search for it with a metal detector. Jeff Williams would sure be amazed by the tailing piles here. I'm sure he'd say there's some good minerals in there, and some silver and maybe gold. But still, such a pretty view. This would be an awesome spot to have a little cabin up here. You can look over the Mojave Desert with such a pretty view. I really like this up here. And the whole wall is built of all these rocks here. All these rocks in the area around here. This sign really does have a good point here. You would not want to pass through this point. To me, this looks like this could either be naturally carved out or this was all blasted out for mining. You see there's like caves or old mine shafts down there. I'm not sure which one, but that's like cool. But look how rich with minerals the soil is here. Look at the color of that. It's like, that color is so pretty. The rich with mineral red rock. I'm sure there's still a lot of silver up in these mountains here. It's really cool, everyone. You can hear the BNSF freight trains off in the distance there honking as they go through the desert. This town, as you can see, is not dead. Just me in a coffin here. Get the joke from Oatman? If you watch the video, you know. Here in the tea and coffee shop, as you can see, they got a lot of coffee and tea here. You can get your piping hot caffeinated beverage if you're a fan of that in here. Got a lot of teas. Yeah, very cool. Got some cool stuff in here. Some Christmas-themed coffee cups and teacups. Some desert-themed tea and coffee cups. They even have cactus. Those are actually pretty cool. Oh no, these aren't coffee and tea. These are actual cactuses.
Living cactus. Yeah.
Oh, I should have read that better. That's funny. We got coffee here. Route 66 mugs. Gunslinger Blend. What an appropriate name for the ghost town.
You get a Calico Ghost Town, Mike? How much is that?
$14.99. You got a lot of coffee here. There's some more, even barrels. But check out the old mining supplies store where they have gold panning. Just like the old prospector. Alright, let's see here. Oh, they do have gold stuff in here. Are these Garrett gold mining kits? I think might be. They have pyrite. What is pyrite? Fool's gold. Magnets for the black sand. Because when you pan gold, you get black sand from the specimens you have, and it's kind of a mess. It gets all in your gold, so you can use that to remove it. It's very helpful. I've used that before on Lair Left to Hunt for Gold. Camping stuff. Gold mining pans. They even have t-shirts here too. You can get some fun t-shirts. Gold panning. The stuff's in here. When it's gold, minerals, it definitely is a good stuff. Oh yeah, they have all their rocks in here, minerals. Oh, look at these. Wow. Oh, these are cool. They have like trees. That's an old prospector under the tree. That's actually pretty cool.
It is cool, huh?
That cactus.
You have something like that from Knott?
I do. It's like an old prospector with his donkey and like a painting for gold, I think, made out of fool's gold. All these magnets, those are fun, earth magnets. Look at this. They have little displays here from mining, made out of gems and stones, and even that old railroad spike. That's so cool. The old prospector. There's some cool old western guns down here. I'm not sure these are probably replicas. I don't know, maybe they're real. I have some of the old famous Old West characters, like I see Wyatt Earp down there, I think Doc Holliday. All the fun old western characters that are very well known. Yeah, we should go back to Tombstone, Arizona. I haven't been to Tombstone in a few years. Yeah, some fun stuff back here. Look at this cool mural here with all the stones and minerals. That's so cool. I think it might be a window or it has like a light behind it. That's so cool. I recognize this guy from Oatman, Arizona. The old donkey. In Route 66. Ooh, a lot of cool gems around here. That's so cool. It's like the open cut mineral rocks. Got snakes down here. Ooh, creepy. Watch out for snakes. Yeah, they got some fun little figures here made out of metal and even some bullet helicopters. Wonder if those came off the BNSF railways. Probably some old-fashioned railroad at the time. Look at all the geodes and fool's gold and all the other minerals and rocks. There's so many here, and it just continues on. We got shark teeth, fossils. Yeah, look at these geodes here. That's so cool. You cut them open and you have all the cool crystals in there. Such a cool mineral store. One of the cooler ones I've seen in a while. Bear claw. Oh, and gold. Real gold and silver. Here, as I mentioned before when we went to Oatman, I love these cigar store Indians, and they happen to have one here. This guy's so cool. I love how they're hand carved, and some of them are painted. This one looks like it hasn't been painted in a while, but some of them are painted, and they're just so cool. Really cool, old Western, hand carved cigar store Indians. These are just so cool. I love these. And the pretty view over the Mojave Desert as the sun slowly sets here. Next to the sheriff's office, which we'll go down and check out in a minute. Here's a sheriff's office with the old hanging tree up above. This is where you get locked up if you're bad in Calico? Maybe in this jail cell right here. I think it's closed up though. I think it was open when we first got here, but it's all closed up. We can take a look inside here. And there's an old timer sleeping in there with some Christmas decorations. Apparently the old timer's Polecat Pete's residence. He's been here since the old West. Oh, caution baby rattlers over here. Oh wait, it's literally baby rattlers in there, not actual snakes. That's pretty funny. Good one, Calico Ghost Town. Some kind of terrifying Halloween horror-looking old Western miner guy here. And this the old prospector again. Good to see ya, fella. It's been a while. Another fun store in here. Got some ghost shirts. Legends and Ghosts of Calico. Looks like this guy's just hanging around up here.
Get it? Head up like up a wall.
That's funny, he talks and sings. You even have state patches here. You can get a patch of your state if you see it here. All the way up there. Route 66 signs. They even got old license plates here. Look at this. We have Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, even Hawaii, Georgia, Montana, Colorado, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Minnesota, Montana, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Washington, and Calico Ghost Town. Oh, and Texas. We can't forget that. And Oklahoma. I forgot. A whole bunch. That's so fun. Be the snakes they're talking about earlier. Right here. Now it is still December. It's December 30th today as we're filming this, and they still have some of the Christmas stuff up, like this Christmas light up town building. And over there they have a light up saloon sign. Yeah, very fun. They even have the Christmas tree up, which we'll go check out in a minute. Calico Leather Works. Ooh, let's see. That Pendleton stuff here looks like it could be Pendleton. Route 66 hat. Yeah, some fun leather works here, leather goods, and a cool wood carved Indian. Got some cool Navajo pottery. It's the old prospector again. The old prospector. There he is. You can sit next to him. All right, I'm currently sitting next to the old prospector here. How's it going, sir? Oh, it's going really good. I'm still out looking for some old gold. That's awesome, the old prospector. And we even have the medicine man here too, as you can see, who can tell you a fortune for $1 here at the fortune teller. That's so cool. I really like the lampposts here that say Calico. That's so cool. I like Calico and old-fashioned writing. And while we're over here, we're gonna check out the Christmas tree because, like I said, a lot of the Christmas stuff is still up from Christmas. It's not lit up though. Maybe they turned it off, but you know, it's still up from Christmas. The Calico Ghost Town Christmas tree. Yeah, it's fun. So people who bring their RVs here take their ATVs and dirt bikes and off-road vehicles and can go off-roading all around the town here in the mountains, which is so fun. Then down here used to be the old parking lot, and here's like the old entrance that you used to be able to go up. And there's a view of the desert. Oh, and these cool mountains too, these hills with like the cool geological shapes and forms like those. And an old wagon. That's so fun. Well, our lifers, that's going to be it for today's video. Our quick fun tour here at Calico Ghost Town. We had a lot of fun. Calico is a pretty cool town. Compared to some other ghost towns, it's more rebuilt and more touristy made, which, you know, it's still fun. But it's, you know, unlike Bodie, it doesn't really have the authentic feel in a way. But it is cool to have the buildings here, though, and you can go pan for gold and ride the little train, which we will do next time we come out here. Unfortunately, we did get here a little bit later due to a lot of traffic due to New Year's, but we'll come back another day and have some more time here. We're going to go panning for gold and ride the train. Should be fun. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And we'll see you guys in our next venture. Bye, everyone.